So career tools. So we can't only think about training and development. What are some tools that we can offer employees to better own their careers themselves? And we're going to start by talking through a system. So when somebody says, what do you want to do next in your career? That can be an overwhelming, that just kind of can bring out the nerves, not quite sure how to articulate it. I met with a woman who worked for a large company. She was traveling to a conference with a whole group of employees. She was in coach class. The CEO was in first class. She got bumped up, upgraded unexpectedly, and ended up sitting right next to the CEO. And he said to her, as they got to know each other, because they didn't know each other prior to that, as they got to know each other, he said, oh, what are your hopes for your career at this company? And she said, Taura, I blew it. I blew it. I wasn't prepared. I fumbled my way. And so the idea is to get ahead of this before somebody says, what do you want to do next? Have that articulated in your mind, because this is just a part of your offering. And so with this overwhelming concept, I think it's nice to have a system to say, step one, work your way through this process step by step so that it's not overwhelming. You can work through it over time. You know, I argue that the biggest asset we have in our lives is the professional service that we sell to our employers and in return get a paycheck. We are the CEO of our own business. It's this professional service. Just like many of you are CEOs of your household, right? Or me, raising 3 boys, vice president of transportation, right? So, and so as if you think about being the CEO of your own professional service that you're offering your employer, you want to manage it just like you would a business. So you need a business plan. You need a career plan. And this system starts with the career plan. So when I was a career coach for 5 years for the University of Wisconsin-Madison, time and time again, executives would come to me and say, I want you to help me with your resume. We never could start with your resume. We always had to back it up and start with, what is it you want to do? Who's the audience for the resume? And this is the step everybody wants to skip, because this is where it's hard work. It's self-reflection. It takes some discovery. Nobody has these answers for you. You have to have them internally. So we as HR professionals can provide a system and tools for employees to figure this out for themselves. This isn't HR's job to figure out where that person belongs. They need to figure it out. But we can help with the system and the tools. And it starts with guiding principles, understanding what it is you want, why you want it, how you're going to get there, being able to articulate your value to the organization. You know, I had somebody tell me, well, I don't care if you have 10 years of experience. It could be you could be doing the same thing every single year. Doesn't mean you're getting better at it. So how do you talk about your value? You can't talk about it if you don't really understand what it is.